Sun Grand Studios. I'm not worried about Mass Effect 5 rumors hiding woke content from gamers. I've got a tankard like that. Mine's cooler. Mine's from the military. I'm not from the military. My grandpa was. It was his. And it's cool. Okay, on to the video.
Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jarrell. Today we will discuss the topic of the Mass Effect 5 leaks regarding woke content that will be...
His green screen's freaking me out. I might have to... It's gonna have to watch it in this version of the window.
Hidden from the player. They'll be left out of the game upon launch and added in later in patches and updates. I'm not worried about that. My position on that is it's not a big deal. I'm not worried, and in the video I will explain my reasoning why. So, first we need to be clear about the definition of what woke is. Everyone seems to have a different perspective and a different thought on what that is, but here's what woke
Gay and trans stuff
really is. It is a cult focused on identity supremacy, judging people based on skin color, gender, and identity politics.
True.
It is about controlling the thoughts of marginalized groups and using those marginalized groups as human shields to protect themselves from criticism. Being woke is about tearing down and destroying anyone who doesn't agree with their cult's manifesto. Woke has nothing to do with acceptance, equality, or being understanding of other people and representing people fairly and accurately in media. Woke has nothing to do with that stuff. 2024 has shown us and proven that people being attacked, the average everyday consumer, you and me, we are the actual ones who practice tolerance, understanding, and acceptance, and we are trying very hard to be tolerant, understanding, and accepting, but the woke cult is really trying our patience. So,
So I'm just not gonna buy their stuff. I'm not gonna buy into it, and I'm just gonna keep doubling down on all the stuff that is against it, even if it's full-on anti at this point, because it's getting ridiculous.
The Mass Effect 5 situation, we saw leaks from Reddit, someone claiming to be on the development team with BioWare. They said that woke content will be hidden from the game upon launch and added in with patches and updates. And my position on that is it's not a big deal. I am not worried about that. Firstly, it's not verified. We have no proof that these claims...
What are you talking about here? I didn't hear about this, where they release a game normal and then put the woke stuff in it. Good luck with that. That's gonna straight up, like, kill all of your good faith that you have left, if you even have any left. I think at this point people are just trying it just to see how bad it is.
Claims are genuine. And secondly, if they did that, it would do far more harm than good. It would take so much extra work to implement all of that. Mass Effect 5 is developed by BioWare. They made Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and as we've seen earlier this year, BioWare leveraged games, journalists, and websites like IGN to lie about the game and tell gamers, their customers, that Dragon Age: The Veilguard was far better than it actually was.
It sounds like the 90s. What do you call it? Access journalism? That's what that sounds like to me. Except they're all in a cult, so they don't even have to do the access journalism. It's just they see the thing and they agree. 9 out of 10.
And they told customers that the game was something that it wasn't. This resulted in a huge sense of betrayal, and it destroyed the trust that gamers have in BioWare and the trust that they used to have in games journalists, which was already eroding for a while now. In the aftermath of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, BioWare blamed gamers for its failures, game journalists blamed you and me, the gamers, for the game's failure. So we have seen BioWare is not capable of accepting that it has done anything wrong, and they are not able to learn from their mistakes because they refuse to admit they've ever done anything wrong. BioWare will make the exact same mistakes again and again. They will grow more hateful and resentful toward you and toward me, the actual
gamers. 100% correct. And Mass Effect Andromeda already burned me. So, like, I was already not on board with this, already not going to buy it. I'm just going to make fun of it like everybody else. And it's going to be great, and I can't wait.
Gamers. BioWare's leadership says that they don't care about sales. They don't care whether or not gamers actually like or buy the games. They only care that games journalists pat them on the back, that they get likes and retweets on Twitter, and that they receive arbitrary numbers from games journalists as a participation award. We have seen other development studios.
Well, you can't make a living that way. We'll see how that works out.
In the same cult as BioWare's leadership say that their intention is to upset gamers, to make games that piss off gamers because they want to own us. And you'll have to pardon me, I'm not a child, so I don't understand what that means. If you loved Dragon Age the Veilguard, you will love Mass Effect 5, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no reason to get riled up or worried about Mass Effect.
I disagree. I think there is something wrong with that. But let's continue.
5 or any of the news coming out about it. If you don't want games like those, you don't have to buy it. You can spend your money and your attention on things that you like and things that you care about. And in general, you'll resonate with things that are made by people who don't hate you. I'm not worried about Mass Effect 5. And here is why. Recently, my close friend and mentor has gone into chemotherapy, and he likely won't survive it. I called him on the phone the other day, and I was able to say goodbye. We had lunch earlier this year. We met in the city, and walking away from that, leaving lunch, seeing him barely eat anything of the sushi that we had for lunch, I knew that that was likely it. That was the last time we were going to have lunch with each other. And he's not likely to make it out of chemotherapy. And I'm worried that he won't make it out. But I'm ready and willing to accept it. I'm not...
This guy's super serious all of a sudden.
...worried about Mass Effect 5. What I am worried about is a very close friend of mine who is as family to me as family can get. His wife is struggling with dementia. It's difficult to watch, but I want to be there to help them and support them. But they live overseas. I should be there to help and support them. But unfortunately, I'm so busy with my work, it's very difficult running your own development studio if you are a solo developer. Like me, you're constantly working, you constantly have to bring in revenue streams, and you have to keep producing games and marketing, and you have to keep shipping units in order to pay the bills. And so I'm working as hard as I can to get ahead with my studio. I need to be very far ahead so that I can go back to California.
Yeah, the point is, like, there's more important things to worry about than Mass Effect 5 and Dragon Age. Just don't buy it. It's like, we'll have better games if you just don't buy the bad ones. Stop buying games that are mediocre and then pretending that they're alright.
Yeah. And I can support my friends who are struggling with dementia. And that is what I worry about. I worry that I will not be able to work hard enough, fast enough. I worry that I will not be able to be there for them when the time comes, for when they really need someone to support them, to where they could really use my help. I'm worried that I won't be able to be there for them. More and more of my friends are dying every year.
Feel
People
that.
my age are sitting at home tweeting on social media. People my age are not going out to pubs and saloons.
True.
They're not doing hobbies where I can meet people. And I am worried that I will reach an age where all of my friends will be dead. And there will be no one left for me to be friends with. Because social media is brainwashing people to sit inside and stay trapped in a money-making machine where they scroll through an infinite timeline of misery.
Dude, it's so true. I've got so many friends, literally, like one of my best friends is stuck in this loop. And I barely have contact with him. And he's just a message away. He just can't find the time. And I know what he does. I know what he does. I've lived with him. It's crazy. And he knows it too. He just doesn't know how to get out of it.
All the saloons and the pubs and the bars will close because the people my age won't be going out to those places. There will be nowhere to make new friends. And I worry that at the end of my life, no matter how hard I work, no matter how much time and effort I spend learning new skills and improving my skills, no matter how hard I try to learn about the world, I worry that it won't be enough. I worry that after all of that, my skills won't be enough and my knowledge of the world won't be enough. I worry that no matter how hard I try and no matter how much work I do, I won't be able to do enough to help other people grow into well-adjusted, intelligent, and well-meaning adults who are understanding and accepting of other people. So those are the things I worry about. I do not worry about Mass Effect 5. I do not worry about games journalists crying and weeping. I do not worry about negative comments. I do not worry about people from the woke cult attacking me in DMs and comments. None of...
Yeah, I bring it on. Like, just bring it on. Because, I like all that stuff. I mean, I don't like it. I like when you're attacking me. Because I love arguing with people. It's so fun to me. Insult me all you want. I'll take it as long as you're actually adding to the conversation. If you're just saying some crap and it doesn't mean anything, then you're gone, deleted.
Of that has any meaning. It isn't even water off the duck's back. There are far better things in the world to spend my time thinking about and caring about. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. I want to thank you for listening. Find something to care about. Don't worry about all that garbage. That means nothing. Find what's important to really worry about. If you'd like to see a video that is fun and positive, you can click on this. This is my video where I rank Santa's reindeer based on power level, and I assign them a tier on the tier list based on their power scaling. I had a lot of fun making this video. I was making up all this stuff on the spot as well, so I hope you enjoy that. Please have fun. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk again soon. Be well.
I hope Mass Effect 5 is just completely mediocre, and I hope that BioWare and Ubisoft and EA and all of these companies, what is it, Konami? I hope they all just crash and burn, because they already are crashing and burning. They're just still tumbling down the hill. And when they get to the bottom, they're going to explode. And then China's going to buy up the scrap metal. And I can't wait to talk about it and make a little bit of money on the side.